Hey yogis, it's Kim. We're going to do a shorter just feel good flow today. It'll be nice and well rounded. We'll get a little core, a little opening in. If you have a block, I'd recommend it. I'll cue one later in class. If you don't have a block, just go ahead and grab a book or other similar prop to use for yourself. We're going to start today on our knees. So go ahead and find the middle of your mat here. Come up on your knees, and we're lifting the hips. So we stack the hips over the knees here. Toes can be untucked or tucked. That is up to you. From here, inhale the arms to reach overhead. Keep the ribs knitted in. Exhale the hands down to prayer. Press the hips forward in space, engage through the deep low belly, and then keeping one straight line, lean back. Keep pressing the hips forward. Keep that low belly engaged. Lift your way back up to standing on your knees. And then lower the arms, circle them up overhead. Twist to the right. Reach the left arm forward, reach the right arm back, plug the right shoulder blade in. Inhale to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to left, right arm forward, left arm back. Plug left shoulder blade in. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, hands at prayer. Keep that one long line, trust, lean. Lean straight back, hips press forward. Lift your way back up one more time. Inhale the arms overhead, knit the low ribs in. Twist right, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer, one long line. Lean back, trust, lean, press hips forward, engage that really deep low belly here. Lift your way back up to center. This time we'll reach the arms overhead, keeping the low belly engaged. Cactus the arms, so bend the elbows. And then drag the shoulder blades together. Squeeze them on the back body and then drag them down towards the waist. You'll feel the heart start to lift. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Again, cactus, retract the shoulder blades, bend the elbows more, bring the shoulder blades together and down. Inhale, overhead. One more, retract, cactus the arms, shoulder blades together and down. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bring the hands to the waist. Shift the weight over into the left. We're just going to try to pluck this right leg up. So find one point to focus on. See if you can lift the right shin, hover it, and then set it down in front of you. So we've got a little low lunge here. And then we're just warming up the hamstring. So this move isn't real specific. You're just going to straighten and bend the right knee. The hands can stay at the hips. They can come down closer to the earth. They can go on the thigh. You can move the hips around a bit here. Good. Rebend the right knee. Lift the torso up. Have a little space between the left knee and the right heel. So that ankle's slightly in front of the knee to start. And then melt the hips forward in space. Go ahead and tuck the left toes under if you haven't. Find your breath. Let it be really full. Breathe into the chest here, up into the collarbones. Bring the left hand to the hip. Sort of grab hold of the hip with the thumb behind it. Roll the left hip forward in space so you square through the hips. Bring the left hand to the low belly, deep low belly below the belly button. Engage, so gather the belly in and away from the hand. As you do, let the heart open up, bring the shoulder blades together and down. And then from here, lift the torso to center. Lift up out of the hips slightly, a little twist, tempt the left fingers, reach the right arm up, keep the hips level, twist through the torso. Lower the right hand down. We're going to pluck up the back knee here. If you want to step that foot in a little bit, you can. Square through the hips. Gather through the low belly. Lift the hands. Reach the biceps by the ears. Reach forward through the fingertips. Let the torso hover above the leg. And then take a little bend in the back knee. Lift the torso upright from here. Use that bend in the back knee to press the left hip point forward in space. Bring the hands to the low belly. Gather through that deep low belly. You'll feel a bigger stretch here in the front of this left hip. Get tall through the crown of the head. Lovely. From here, we're just going to step the left foot up to meet the right. So shift the weight forward. Step your way up to standing. Take a breath here. Inhale. Reach the arms overhead. Get long. Reach down to reach up. And then reach the arms out in front of you. Reach through the pinkies. Now you can leave the heels down. Listen to your knees here. Or you can come up on the toes. Either way, zipper the legs together. Start to bend the knees as you send the sit bones back in space. So we're hinging from the hips slightly as well. Gather through the legs. Lengthen the low back here. If you have the heels down, weights in the heels. Lower halfway down. Hold here. Gather in the legs. Lengthen low back. Reach forward through the pinkies. Lower 3/4 of the way down. Gather through the legs, lengthen low back, reach forward through the pinkies. Lower so we're hovering over the heels. If your heels are down, you won't go quite as low. And then we're going to go to a seat. So to do that, reach forward, split the knees, round the spine, lower the butt down to the earth. Good, you guys. Bring the knees together. Adjust yourself on your mat if you need. Come up on the toes here. Again, bring the hands to that deep low belly. So if you find your hip bones, draw a line between them. Bring the hands to that line. Lengthen through the spine. And then exhale to let that low belly sink away from the hands. Inhale to relax. Exhale, low belly gathers in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, low belly gathers in. Inhale, relax. This time, gather legs together. Pluck the legs up. Exhale, gather low belly in. Hold that without clenching. Reach the arms forward. You can stay here, or you can take your way down to Ardha Navasana, coming onto the low back, extending the legs. Deep low belly gathers in here. If you need to lift the legs higher to get the contact of the low back to the earth, you're welcome to. Have a little tuck in the chin here. Good. From here, lift your way back up. And we're going to go around to a plank. So set the feet down, cross the ankles. Roll forward onto the hands. Step the feet back. And I'm going to take us onto our forearms. If you would prefer, you can do this on the hands. If you're with me, forearms to the earth. Gather the deep low belly, lower the hips. Reach forward through the crown of the head, fire through the legs. Shift the weight into the right forearm, side plank. Stack the left foot on the right. So make sure, we're specifically getting into the serratus. So make sure the shoulder is directly over the elbow, so we're not behind it. We've got that stacking. Bring the left hand to the left rib. Knit it down towards the hip point for a straighter line. Actively press into the right forearm. Option to take this left arm, reach it towards the mat in front of you, and then lift it up. And then reach it towards the mat or ground in front of you. Lift it up. One more. Reach it to the mat or ground. Lift it up. We're going through center. Lower the left forearm to the mat. Come up on the toes. Regather through the low belly, fire through the legs. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Shift the weight into the left forearm. Lift the right hand. Remember, if you're on your hands, you're simply on your hands. Same stacking, shoulder over elbow. Maybe also over the hand. Bring your right hand to the right rib. Knit the rib down towards the hip point. Gather the deep low belly, fire the legs. Push the hand or forearm into the earth so you're firing through that serratus. You may stay here or reach the right arm towards the mat in front of you. Lift it up. Reach it down towards the mat or ground. Lift it up. Reach it down. Lift it up. Excellent. Coming back onto the forearms. If you're on the hands, step down onto the forearms. Lower the hips. Untuck the toes. Fire a little through the legs so the kneecaps lift. Sphinx pose. Press into the forearms. Drag them towards you without actually moving them. Open the heart. Take a breath. We're going back onto our knees. So release the legs, relax them a bit. You can simply push up to your knees from here. Or if you would like, bring the hands by the chest, chin to the earth, tuck the toes, fire through the legs, tilt the pelvis. So press the hip points down, push all the way up, high plank, and then lower the knees down. Wherever you are, find your way roughly to the middle of the mat. Lift up to standing on the knees. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. Hands to prayer. Press the hip points forward. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to prayer. One straight line. Trust, lean back. Lift your way back up. Hands to hips. Shift the weight into the right leg. Start to lift the left leg. So find your dristy. Find one thing to look at. Find a steady gaze there. Eventually set the left foot onto the mat. So we have this little knee down low lunge. And then we're just warming up the hamstring. So become aware of your breath, your inhales and your exhales, and link the movement of the legs, of the hips with the breath. The next time you bend the left knee, lift the torso back up. If you need a little more space between the right knee and the left foot, scooch that foot a little forward so that you have space to let the hips melt. You can bring the hands to the thigh to start. If the right toes, the back toes are not tucked, go ahead and tuck them. Relax the shoulders. Bring the right hand to the hip, thumbs behind, so that you roll the hip in. So we're squaring. You'll fire the glutes slightly. Bring the hand to the low belly. Engage through the low belly. Lift that away from the hands so that you start to lift up through the heart. And find a little heart opener here. Lift the torso to center. Lift up out of the hips. Right fingertips to the earth. Lift the left arm up for a little twist here. Level out through the hips. Lower the left hand down, pick up the back knee, adjust your spacing a bit if you need. Lift the torso to hover, square the hips, reach the arms long, biceps by the ear. So you're reaching back through the right heel, forward through the fingers. From here, find a little bend in the right knee. Lift the torso up, high lunge. Press the right hip forward in space. Find that extra openness here. Good. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Reach the arms forward. Either come up on the toes or leave the heels down. Fluid movement this time. Reach forward as you set the sit bones back and down. Split the knees. Lower the sit bones to the earth. Pluck up the legs to Navasana. Check in with the deep low belly. And then lower Ardha Navasana onto the low back. Bring the hands to prayer. Bend the right knee in towards the chest. From here, interlace the hands, pointer finger extended. Reach them towards the left toes. Low back is always in contact with the earth. Just little pulses. Reach the pointer fingers towards the toes on an exhale. Inhale, release slightly. Exhale, left. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. One more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Re-extend the right leg. Hands can go to prayer. Bend the left knee. Interlace the fingers, pointer finger extends. On the inside of the left leg, reach the pointer fingers towards the right toes. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, reach the fingers towards the toes. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Good. Extend the left leg. Oof, lift your way all the way back up. Maybe get a little taller or straighter. And then lower the feet to the earth. Split the legs. Breathe space into the belly. We're going to try to go to standing without using the hands. So you can bring the feet together, lift. Maybe you cross the ankles and lift. Somehow find your way up to standing here. Feet under the hips, ground down to get tall. Take a moment to notice the heat you've built. Notice the energy you've created. So we're going to take this heat and we're going to let ourselves just be a little bit more fluid. Just have a short standing flow. So shift the weight into the right leg. Bend the left knee into the chest. Interlace the hands around the shins. Give them a little hug. Keeping hold of this leg, start to hinge forward from the hips. Find a little bend in the left foot. And think about that idea of reaching forward to reach back. Release the shin, reach the arms forward, reach the right foot back, toes to the earth. Inhale, lift the torso, high lunge. Upright twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Left hand to the back thigh, reach the right arm up and back here. Find that little openness. Warrior two. So lift the torso, spiral the back heel down, open the arms. Maybe find a slightly wider stance here. Take a breath. Inhale, reverse, lengthen left side body. Exhale, gentle extended side angle. Come through center, left forearm on thigh, palm up. Reach the right arm up. And then reach it forward, palm down. And then surfer's pose. So kick the left toes in. Keep a bend in the left knee. Spiral around from the hips so you float the torso over the earth here. Keep the arms long. Reach them out to the sides. Goddess pose. Kick the right heel in. Let the knee follow as you lift the torso. Cactus the arms. Lengthen through the low back. Star, extend the arms and legs, maybe come up on the toes. Heels down, left toes forward. Sweep the right foot up to standing at the top of the mat. Shift the weight into the the right foot. Bend the left knee into the chest. Gather the hands around the shin. Give that leg a little squeeze. Hold on to that leg as you hinge forward from the hips. Find a little bend in the right knee. Think about counter motions. So reach the right arm forward as you reach the left leg back. High lunge, left toes to the earth. Lift through the torso. Upright twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Continue to square the hips. As you bow back, right hand reaches towards the left thigh. Reach the left arm up and back. Warrior two, come up through center. Spin all the way around, back heel down, adjust the feet as you need. Take up your mat here. Take a breath. Reverse, lengthen right side body. Gentle extended side angle. Reach long forward. Right forearm on thigh, palm up. Left arm reaches up and then it reaches forward, palm down, knit the ribs in. Surfers, kick the right toes in at a 45, knee follows. Hinge around from the waist until you hover over the earth. Reach the arms out to the sides. Goddess pose, heel in, cactus the arms. Lengthen the low back. Star, extend arms and legs. Come up on the toes. Heels down, right toes forward. Whole thing one more time fluidly. Sweep to the top of the mat. Exhale, lift the right leg. Grab hold of the shin. From here, hinge forward, soften the left knee. Big step back, high lunge. Back toes to the earth, lift the torso. Twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Reverse, left hand reaches back, right arm reaches up. Warrior two. Circle around through center, open it up, adjust the feet. Reverse, lengthen left side body. Extended side angle, reach long. Maybe it's forearm on thigh, maybe it's deeper. Right fingers reach up. Surfers, kick the left foot in, let the knee follow, hinge around. Goddess, kick the right heel in, lift the torso, cactus the arms. Star, extend, come up on the toes. Top of the mat, heels down, sweep the right foot forward, keep moving. Lift the left leg, ground the shin, gather it in. Keeping that hinge forward. Slowly with control, step the left foot back, high lunge, toes to the earth. Upright twist, square the hips, left arm forward, right arm back. Reverse, right hand to the back thigh, lengthen through the left arm. Warrior two, open it all up, adjust the feet. Reverse, lengthen left side body. Extended side angle. Maybe it's right forearm on thigh, maybe it reaches deeper, left arm reaches forward. Surfers, right toes and knee kick in, hinge around from the waist and hover. Goddess, left toes in, cactus your way here. 5-pointed star. And then heel down. Sweep to the top of the mat. Good, last time we'll change it up. Lift the right leg, gather the shin in. High lunge, big step back. Toes to the earth, lift the torso. From here, left hand to the thigh, reach long through the right side body, and then cut the right elbow to the outside of the thigh, hands to prayer. If this doesn't feel right to the body, right hand can go to the earth, or it can come to a block. Take a moment to breathe into your twist. Right leg is strong. Warrior two, unfurl, open it up. From here, reach forward, and then bring the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Grab your prop here. Walk the torso out at a 45-degree angle. So it goes slightly away from you. Place the hands on your block. If you're really open, you won't need to, but most of us will need the prop. Check in with the left knee. So left toes still face the top of the mat. Left knee tracks over the ankle, so it's reaching behind you. This should be a pretty big hip opener for that left hip here. Keep length in the side waist, so maybe the torso reaches long. Find your breath here. Breathe into the hip. Breathe space into the waist. Keep the right leg strong. Now gather strength in the legs. Lift the torso. Find warrior two. And we just get to go to the top of the mat. Step the right foot forward. Last sign, lift the left leg. Gather the shin. Rotate from here. Hinge. Step back. High lunge, controlled. Step back. You can bring the right hand to the hip. Get long through the left side body. Square the hips and cut the elbow outside of the thigh. Or remember, you can also bring the hand to the earth on the inside of the right foot or to a block. If you have the elbow outside of the thigh, hands to prayer. Left leg is strong, hips square. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Unfurl from here, warrior two. Lift the torso, adjust the feet. Reach forward, bring the right hand inside of the right leg. Grab your prop. Walk. So think about how we hinge from the hip. Hinge around from the hip and your torso comes out at this 45-degree angle. Use your prop for your hands. Check in with the right toes. Make sure they face the top of the mat. And then with the right knee, make sure it's stacking over the ankle here. As it stacks over the ankle, the right knee reaches towards the right side of your mat. Get really long through the side body. Breathe space into the hips, especially that right hip, into the side waist. Find the power in the legs. Lift your way back up. Find warrior two. Sweep up to the top of the mat. Good. From here we get to lower to a seat. So reach the sit bones back, reach the arms forward. And then we get to come to our backs. So if you need to scoot your butt back a little, you can. Grab the back of the thighs. Roll your way down. We're going to do one restorative bridge here. So grab your book or your block. Have it near you. Keep the feet in line with the hips. So not wider than, not closer than. Walk the feet in towards the sit bones. Toes face the top of your mat. Knees also stay in line with the hips. Press into the feet to lift the hips. For some of us, the block will be on high. For many of us, it will be on medium or low. Place the block under your sacrum. So I often see people put the block directly under their low back, under their lumbar spine, which is not what we're going for here. It's down below. So slide the block below your lumbar spine. Kind of like if you had a little tail, where your tail would grow out of. Release the arms, palms can go up. Find your breath once again. Breathe space into the whole front body. Inhale into the collarbones. Exhale to settle here. Inhale into the heart. Exhale to settle. Inhale into the whole front ribs. Exhale to settle. Inhale into the belly. Exhale to settle. sure if you guys can hear my hungry kitten in the background. Inhale into the hip points. Exhale to settle. Inhale into the fronts of the thighs. Exhale to settle. And one full connecting breath. Inhale into the whole front body from the throat to the knees. On your exhale, open your mouth. Release it. Press strongly into the feet. Fire through the glutes. The kitten has escaped. Lift the hips. Move the block out of the way. One vertebrae at a time. Move slowly to release the spine to the earth. Take a breath once you get there. From here, gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. Just releasing the lower back. If you want to hold in a little twist here, you are of course welcome to. That can feel really nice. If you're in a twist, take your time. Otherwise, as the knees come up to face the ceiling, lift the feet. And then we'll counter this. So go ahead and grab around the shins. Begin to hug the thighs into the chest. Maybe the forearms wrap around the shins. If you like, you could lift the head and shoulders and press the knees into the eye sockets. Yogi's choice. And then release everything. We're simply going to our final Savasana. So extend the legs out. Let the feet be wider than the hips. Let the toes roll open to the sides. Have the arms by the sides, a little away from the body with the palms facing up. If your lower back is bothering you, you can place some pillows or a blanket roll under your knees, or you can place the soles of the feet on the earth and let the knees fall into pee-pee together. Let your eyes close here. Let the back body be heavy. Let the muscles sink. Allow yourself to feel completely supported. And as you feel supported, let yourself also feel safe. Take as long as you would like here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, and peace for the spirit.